When talking about the best Mediterranean food, it's hard to go far in a discussion without bringing up falafel. This vegetarian and vegan dish is the pinnacle of good eats and the perfect mix between healthy and unhealthy. When done right, falafel has a fresh herb inside and a crispy and brown outside that tastes amazing when hot and fresh. So by the end of today's video, you'll know how to make perfectly fried falafel while pairing it with my two personal favorite sauces, white sauce and a homemade tahini sauce. So prepare your taste buds, get your appetite ready, and tell your favorite halal guy you, because after knowing how to make these falafels, you might just put him right out of business. Falafel is an amazing fried concoction that consists of chickpeas, fresh herbs, and a handful of spices that all come together and form a perfectly fried masterpiece. However, when paired with the perfect white sauce, it elevates that fried falafel to new amazing heights. So the first thing we're going to focus on is that perfect sauce. First up is tahini, which is our more healthy traditional white sauce, if you will. To a bowl, you want to add in 1 cup of tahini, and for those who don't know, this is literally just grounded and blended up toasted sesame seeds. Following your mix, you want to add in 1/2 of a freshly squeezed lemon, 1 to 2 tablespoons of salt to your liking, a pinch of water to thin the mixture out, and then give this one big mix in the bowl, and you should really start to see things come together. Lastly, you want to add in my favorite herb in this sauce, which is garlic. Freshly grate 1 to 2 cloves of garlic in the bowl. Give this one big last mix and you've made your own version of a classic Mediterranean sauce. But my favorite is always the classic white sauce. You can find this Sartorius sauce at your favorite halal stand, chicken and rice spot, and your favorite Americanized Mediterranean spot. It really is the pinnacle of white sauce, and personally, I call it the Mediterranean version of ranch because this shit literally goes on anything. So a bowl, you want to start on our wet ingredients. Add in 2 cups of sour cream, 1/2 cup to 1 cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and lastly 1 tablespoon of honey. Give this a huge stir, and of course next we're going to season our mixture. To that same bowl, you want to sprinkle in freshly grated and grinded salt, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, and give this one big mix. Now these last few ingredients are always up to your choice, but I really believe it adds a huge flavor profile to your sauce. You want to lastly add in 1/2 of a lemon juice zested, 1 to 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, and a handful or so of fresh dill. The flavor profiles in the dill and the lemon really enhance that white sauce to new levels. Give this one big mix and you made the 2 perfect sauces for our falafel, which are the perfect white sauce and perfect tahini. And now that those are out the way, I think it's time we move on to star of the show. The base of good falafel, believe it or not, comes from a bean, a small hard bean that is, and that bean is a garbanzo bean, also known as a chickpea, which is what I usually call it. To start the perfect falafel, we must first prep. I apologize in advance if you want a falafel right away. The prep actually needs to be done overnight, but don't click away. I promise it'll still be worth it. So a bowl container, you want to add in 2 to 4 cups or 1 pound, which should be around the same amount of chickpeas, and completely submerge them in water. You want to almost drown them in water. There should be about 4 to 5 inches of water on top of the beans. Take your soaked chickpeas, wrap them in plastic wrap, and let them soak overnight. And yes, I do mean overnight. Don't skip this step, please. Pop this in the fridge and forget about it until tomorrow. However, magically for me, my beans have been soaked and now are ready for falafel. The first step is getting to that perfect falafel. It's grinding our soaked beans. To a food processor, you want to add in your beans from earlier. On a medium to high heat, you want to really work in those beans in the food processor for about 5 to 10 minutes. This is optional, but you're more than welcome to add salt to taste here, as well as a teaspoon or so of olive oil. However, we're really looking for that perfect heavily blended bean paste. You don't want your beans to be too big, and you definitely don't want them to be the texture of flour. So around the consistency of a large sand grain is perfect. This consistency will ensure everything can not only stick together, but will give us that perfect texture when taking a bite into our falafel. Once at the desired consistency, pop this mix into the bowl and we're going to work on adding the notorious green color and a few more aromatics to our falafel. To that same food processor, without cleaning it out, you want to work on our amazing herbs. You want to add in 1/2 sliced diced onion. Really doesn't matter what you do here, it's about to get obliterated anyway. 4 to 5 garlic cloves, 1 bunch of parsley, 1 bunch of cilantro, and this is it for our amazing whole ingredients. However, we still have to season our falafel. To that same food processor, you want to add in 2 to 3 tablespoons of salt, 2 to 3 tablespoons of pepper, 2 tablespoons of cumin, 2 tablespoons of turmeric, and lastly, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Once all is added, you want to blend this mix the exact same way as you did for our beans. However, this time we're not looking for a same consistency, we're looking to create a paste. This paste should be the same consistency as a pesto. The light, finely broken down herbs are perfect for our falafel. Originally, the combination of these two will be a godly experience. The slightly rough and grainy chickpea combined with the soft and smooth herbs will make for the perfect falafel bite. Once at this consistency, you want to place your herbs in a bowl and we're almost done to the point where we can indulge in our falafel. But one last important step is needed to get to that point. And that is properly combining the two. You want to start by bringing your bowls back to your workstation and we're going to slowly work in our herbs into our beans. Start by dividing your herbs into 3 parts and place them one by one in the bowl. After your first batch, do your second. After your second, you get the gist. Once all work together, you want to start working on that classic ball shape for our falafel. Start by taking your scooper or just your hand and carve out some of our mixture into our ball. You want to ideally have your balls no bigger or around the same size as a golf ball. This size is perfect because it allows us to not be overwhelmed by the size but still have a good amount of falafel. Once done, place your falafel on a drying rack or baking sheet and continue this process until all of them are done. To a Dutch oven, cast iron skillet, or whatever you have that can hold oil at a high heat, you want to add in 1 whole bottle of neutral cooking oil. This can be canola, vegetables, etc. You get the idea. Bring this pot slowly to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and you want to begin making our perfectly fried falafel. You want to fry your falafel in a small to medium sized batches, making sure that 1, they don't stick together, and 2, you don't overcrowd the pot, which can drop the temperature of the oil. To fry our falafel, this process should take no more than 5 to 10 minutes. Within this time span, you will begin to see the falafel turn into that beautiful deep brown color we know and love. And you know when you see this, they are almost or done. You want to place your freshly fried falafel on a drying rack and make sure to repeat this process until all of your falafel are cooked and fried to perfection. Once done, plate this with your favorite hummus, put it over rice, and or put it in a pita. Pair it with our homemade sauce from earlier, and damn, is that an amazing orgasmic experience. And as easy as ever, we have made our perfectly fried falafel. It has an amazing and crispy exterior while maintaining that soft, moist inside. Our moist chickpeas are complemented with our fresh aromatics and herbs, and when paired with our white sauces, it really made for a roller coaster of amazing flavor and amazing taste profiles. Until next time, I hope you enjoy your dinner from Taste Andy. Don't forget to click the subscribe button in the menu below and click to my right in about 5 seconds for many more videos you really will enjoy.